everyone, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If not, if you're new here, welcome. And if you haven't subscribed already, I do crochet tutorial every week. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you won't miss any of my future videos. Now for today's tutorial is a little bit different. It's minimal crocheting done. It's more like a DIY tutorial. So you'll notice in front of me we have a paper trimmer or a cutter just to make it easier to cut the paper in straight line. If you don't have a paper cutter, you could just a regular scissor will do. And I also have construction paper, and this is in, let's see if I can zoom that in, 9 by 6. We'll also have yarn. We need yarn for the heart. For this heart, I've already did a tutorial for this heart. I will leave a link down below. And for this one, I'll show you how to make this heart and attach it to a paper clip. It's a one-sided finish paper clip or a bookmark. All right, for this one, the spine or the coiling look on this one, it's not my idea. I got this idea from Repeat Crafter Me. I will leave her blog post down below. It would be a pretty cute idea to have this on a Valentine's Day card or a note card, and that's why I incorporated her pattern on this tutorial as well. So for this project, you don't need a whole lot of yarn. A scrap of yarns will do. You will also need a double adhesive tape, double-sided tape runner, or you can use a regular tape, but I will show you how to make it double-sided. Okay, you can use a regular clear tape. All you have to do is, let's cut this one. Cut it and fold it, and that will make it double-sided. Now you have a sticky on the front and a sticky on the back, just in case you don't have adhesive tape. So that will work. And you will also need a crochet hook. This time, or for this tutorial, I'm using a G6 hook. It's a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. And scissor to cut your yarn. I call this my yarn scissor and my paper scissor. I don't know if it's just me. I just don't like using my yarn scissor to cut paper. It makes the scissor so dull. I don't know if it's just me or not, but just how I am. And you'll also need a darting needle to weave in your ends, also to sew the heart onto this purple contraction paper. Alright, for this first one, you will need a scrap of yarn, a paper clip, and half of the contraction paper that I just showed you. I just cut it down to half and fold it, that piece in half. So, alright, for this one, you will need the heart, or You could also do cut a slit on the front page and then just stick this on there. Or you could do that as well for if you want to do it that way. But I'll show you how I made this Valentine's Day DIY card. And for the heart pattern, I'm not gonna go over how I did the heart. I did on another tutorial video. I will leave the link down below if you wanna do it this way. If not, just make it like this. You just make a little slit at the front. Let's see, over here. Make a little slit at the front and then just stuck the pin in there if you want to do it that way. But I'll show you how I make it this way. And for this one, you will need scrap of yarns, hole punchers. I recommend a single hole punchers so you could space out your holes accordingly. And you will also need darning needle and paper scissor and your yarn scissor for this. Alright, for this first part, we need to make a magic ring. Okay. And we'll chain 3 and we will make 3 treble into the ring. Okay. And we need to make a double crochet, and we need 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and make a treble. Whoopsies. Okay. And we will make 4 double crochet. And 3 treble. Okay, and I need 1 more. Okay, and we chain 3, and go ahead and close this a bit, and we will slip stitch inside that ring. Okay, and we will chain 1 at the back and cut the yarn. Leave about 10 inches of tail, so that way we'll have enough yarn to sew the clip onto the heart. And go ahead and pull that magic ring so we could close that hole at the center. Okay. And now we can open the clip up. We will just grab a loop on the back side of the heart. I grab about 3 loops here. See, this one there and one there, and go ahead and feed that through and bend that back in place. And now we need the long tail. Sorry. And we need our darting needle. And we want to bring the long tail down here so we can securely attach the paper clip onto our heart. Okay, here we are. I'll go ahead and go through the middle and out to the front of the heart and pull that tight. And notice this yarn is coming, it was close to this stitch, so I'm gonna go over to the next stitch, out to the wrong side, and I'm just gonna attach this leg of the clip to the heart. And I just want to do that a couple of times. And that will bring me back to the middle, to the very bottom stitch of the heart. And now I could do this side of the clip. So go in and out the other, go back to the middle, and now we're just closing or attaching this side of the paper clip. So go in one more time. I'll go in towards the middle here, so that way I could pull that, and that is not going anywhere. So I'm gonna bring my tail back to the wrong side, and I'm just gonna weave the rest of my tail on the wrong side of the heart. Okay, and cut this yarn. And I'm also gonna weave my short tail. So back here, just go back, okay, and there you have the paper clip. And now we are, and there you have a finished, one-sided finish paper clip. Okay, I got me a construction paper here. It's about a half a letter size, 9 inches by 6 inches. And what I want to do is cut this in half. Sorry if my hair is in the camera. Okay, just gonna cut that, about half of that one, and we are going to go ahead and fold this. And I don't have a bone folder, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the soft part of that scissor. Use that as a bone folder. And I want to make a slit over here so where I could just stick the paper clip inside. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. So I think this is where I want it. So I'm just gonna press it down. There we go. Now, like, I have a little slit there now, so I could just slip that clip in there, and now you have a little note card. That's all right. For this next one, I'm just going to attach this little heart applique, and then I'm using the half of the contraction paper that we didn't use from our last note card. I'm gonna use this as the backing, so I'm just gonna attach it onto the purple, and we will need yarn needle and red yarn. So also for this heart applique, I did a tutorial video on this. I will leave a link down below. If I can remember, I will put the diycard up here somewhere. And for this, I am just going to poke a hole and measure out how much I need. Maybe 20 inches, 30, maybe 25 inches of tail. I didn't cut there. And I'm just going to poke here. Just be careful not to poke yourself with it. So I'm using a dual yarn needle here. I have a pointy one, so if you can see that. I'm not trying to injure myself, so I'm using the fat dual needle. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, attaching my heart off camera so I don't waste you guys' time, or so I won't bore you guys. Whoa. So I'll see you guys in a bit once I have my heart attached to. Alright, I am back. I have just finished attaching my heart to this cardboard or construction paper, and I'm just going to make a double knot at the back. Okay, and go ahead and cut my yarn, pull my yarn gel, and now we we need this scissor to cut the heart. So we're just going to, I know I'm using a different scissor. This is for my paper cutter, and this is for my yarn. And we're just going to trace our heart, leaving about half an inch. Okay, so we're just gonna outline this heart. Okay, make it a little bit prettier. Oh, is prettier even a word? Okay, maybe I need the small scissor here. I can't cut there. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pull this out. Yeah. Whoa. So this is what it looks like so far. And now we are done with that. Okay, so we got our heart done, and I clean up a bit here because we need other tools now. And I'm bringing another contraction paper, same size as the last one. It's a 1/2 liter, 9 inches by 6 inches. So I'm just gonna fold this in half, and again, use the stop grip part from your scissor and just use it as a bone folder. Alright. And now we are going to attach this yarn onto the pink one. We need, I have a adhesive tape runner here, double-sided tape runner, and that's what I'm gonna use. Okay. All right. That's about it for that. We're just going to line it up, maybe down here some or up here, maybe at the center. I'll center it as best as I could and just press it down. And voila, it's attached there. And now I want to add like a little embellishments on the side here. So we will need our single hole puncher. This is a regular hole puncher. It's the regular size. So we are going to, we need a ruler. Okay, I found my ruler, and we are going to just mark we need about an inch inside, so let me see, I need a pencil here, so an inch, so about there. And not an inch, a centimeter, 1 centimeter. Okay, so, and now we can work this. Let's see. Okay. So put the hole. Oh. put a hole there. We'll put a hole there. And every 1 centimeter, we will punch a hole. Okay, I think that's about even out there. It's a little crooked. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and punch these. So hopefully it is straight. If not, that's okay. We can hide it. Okay, so there's my crooked holes, but that's okay. And I lost the catcher for my punches, so I have a bit of a mess here. Now I have here my yarn and my hook again. I just have a purple yarn here to tie that purple on this card. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my yarn. I don't know if I want to cut this to make it straighter, because my hole is not straight. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, and that's okay. So I'm just gonna line up the edge here, so that way it's a little straight. Okay, I think that's where I want it. That's where I want it. Okay, and now we have this two page that's not attached to each other anymore. That's okay. We are going to attach it together by when we work in the border here on the side. So this will act as a embellishment, and we could attach it to over here. So I just did a single crochet on that first hole, and I will chain one, and I will go back, I'll go into the next hole, and we will single crochet, okay, and chain, chain one, and then into the next hole and single crochet. And notice I'm also weaving my ends in to the back. So just making sure that's there. Okay, and I did my single. Now I need to do my chain one, and then single the next hole, and we chain one, and single the next hole, and we chain one. And notice I am bringing up my single crochet stitch. I'm pulling it up. Whoa, I didn't chain one. I didn't chain one somewhere. Okay. See that? If you aren't paying attention and just talking, made a mistake there. So bring it up a bit and single crochet and chain one. Okay, into the next hole, bring it up a bit, and single crochet and chain 1. So single crochet, bring it up, and chain 1. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that tail, and I'm gonna work the rest of these in. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. Whoops, we forgot to chain 1. Chain 1, and single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. Now we're on our last hole. Okay, when we're single crochet this last hole, and we will chain 3. Okay, and we will turn the card. So now the back of the card should be facing you. And now into that same stitch where the chain 3 is coming from, we will do a slip stitch. And sorry. And a slip stitch there. Oops. All right, and then we will slip stitch the next stitch as well. So we're gonna slip stitch on the chain 1 space from row 1. Whoops. Okay, it's gonna be a little hard because it's a little flimsy card. Okay. Alright, go ahead and go under the both loops and slip stitch and chain 3 and slip stitch the next stitch. So this is where the chain 3 is coming out of, and this is the next stitch right here. So that's where we need to insert the hook through there, and we will do a slip stitch. Whoopsies. Okay, and we will slip stitch the next stitch as well. All right. Okay, so the pattern is chain 3, and slip stitch the next 2 stitches. So slip stitch the next and slip stitch the next stitch as well. So just hope you could see that, because this is a pretty dark yarn. So we're going to slip stitch here, and now we're going to do the chain 3 and then find the next stitch. Okay, which is the next stitch is sitting right there, and we will do a slip stitch there. And okay, and then we will slip stitch the next stitch as well. Oh, So go in and a slip stitch and back to chain 3 and look at your stitches here on the side. We will slip stitch to the next stitch. Okay, and a slip stitch there. Let's see, right R, and a slip stitch to the next stitch. Okay, and then you'll just repeat that all the way down. I'm gonna go ahead and do mine off camera. Just remember, the pattern is you chain 3 and you slip stitch the next 2 stitches, and then you just repeat that, then chain 3 again and slip stitch the next 2 stitches again. You do that all the way down, and I will meet you back. I will meet you at the edge of the card. Okay, so I have 2 stitches here left, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my last chain 3 and slip stitch to the next stitch, and go ahead and cut my yarn here. We're going to do a invisible join. Or invisible finish rather. So we're gonna go ahead and go under these 2 loops, the last stitch. That's where you want to insert the needle. So under the 2 loops, and then you want to go back to where that stitch is coming out of. So back to the chain 3, and that is attached there. And I just want to weave the rest of this tail along the front here. And I'm going to go ahead and bring the tail to the back and go back once more. Here we are, and then cut the yarn, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this yarn. Okay, so depending, okay, and this is what it looks like. This looks like a spine of a notebook, and then you could open it. And you can put your message inside, or a Valentine's code, and you just sign it. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, I do crochet tutorial every week. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you won't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.